All right, welcome back, everybody. We have another hour of Go To Fall Guy. I am Guy. I'll be with you for this hour. Lots of great stuff in this show as well, including plants. I get so excited because people think, oh, it's end of season. No, now's the time to get your plants into the ground, especially those bulbs, and we've got a couple of beauties. So when springtime comes, you'll be ready to go because you got to plant those now. They'll come out whenever your season is right. I'll explain that to you in a bit. And we've got beautiful greenery indoors and outdoors as well. But I wanted to show you my pick of the show, and it is limited. I had about 700 or 800 of these left, and this is my 100-foot hose and reel. Love this thing. It's one of our favorite items here, mostly 5-star reviews. It makes it so easy. You get 100 feet of hose and an built-in easy reel combo. All you do, there's a little pedal on the back. All you do is stomp the pedal, and it reels the hose right in. You're getting 100 feet of hose. Here, we'll show it to you. There you go. You can wheel it anywhere. Keeps everything compact and portable. Take it right into the garage if you're worried about, winter and all that stuff. But then you can reel it out 100 feet of hose, and you get the reel to go with it. Look at this. It's brilliant. It is my pick of the show. We never see this on sale. They gave us a $20 discount today, and their shipping was $19.99. They reduced the shipping down to $7.50. So get this home with the $40 gift card. It's only $59. Heck, you'd spend $60 on 100 foot of hose. Okay, you're gonna get this entire thing for $99.95 with flex pay of only $19.99. All right, we're gonna get you started here, so come on over. Let me show you our first beauties in our garden. This is called the Sensation Allium Bloom. These are just gorgeous, okay? Priced perfectly. They're about $20. You're gonna get the what they call the bloom pad. This is a bloom pad. For those of you that don't know what it is, this is called a bloom pad. And inside here are 5 purple sensation bulbs. So all you gotta do is pop it in the ground, and that's it. Then cover it with your soil. We'll tell you all that stuff, but I wanted to mention before we get started with our plants, all right, that the plants that you order today will be shipped to you based on our map and where you're located in the country. They will be shipped to you at different times this fall. So if you live in the southern states, you'll be getting your bloom pad earlier. If you live in the mid-states, the Midwestern states, Mid-Eastern states, you'll be getting yours. So if you live in Connecticut, you'll be getting yours a little bit later. You can see the dates there after the 28th. If you live in the northern regions, then you'll see when you're gonna get yours, right? So the lower you are, the later you're gonna get them because they go in when it's colder, okay? So up high will be the first to deliver, medium in the middle, and then the last to be delivered will be the ones that are in the southern states. Now is the time to plant these. They are perfect for this time of year. They will grow about 3 feet tall, and what you've got is these large spears, and at the top, these clustered, beautiful purple flowers. They are gorgeous. No guesswork. When you have the bloom pad, it makes life so easy. Let me introduce you to our special guest. Rachelle Grayer is here, and she's Skyping, and there's your beautiful face. We didn't get to see you last time.
Yay! I made it this time, right?
All right. How are you, Rachelle? Rachelle, this is beautiful.
These are my favorites, actually, of all of the spring blooms. These ones kind of come in at the end of spring and sort of the beginning of the summer. These are alliums. They're in the onion family. That's just a little tidbit of fact there. But what I love about these, particularly in the bloom pad sort of configuration, is you really can't go wrong. You see it all the time, or I see it all the time, where people get bulbs and they plant them in the ground, but maybe they space them a little too widely or plant them a little too deep, or don't know how to layer them. But the bloom pad takes that all away. Basically, it's super simple. You've got this, and you don't unwrap this or anything. If you're in the South, when you get this, if you're in a place where it doesn't freeze, you're going to need to give these a cold spell. So up north here where I'm at in Boston, and any place where you get frost, you're not going to have any problem because you just bury this into the ground about 6 inches down, or in a container. I have a container here. Very simply, you just pop it in the container, cover it with dirt, and you're all set. If you're in the South, pop it in the fridge for a few weeks before you put it in your container or in the ground, because it does need that cold snap, as do the daffodils that we'll talk about in a few minutes, before they will actually bloom. But that's it. Just like that. and cover it with dirt, and you're gonna get those beautiful, tall, I mean, they're so gorgeous. An allium is one of those unforgettable things. Kids love them. My kids, my daughter even, and my son, to be honest, when they were little, they used to, the dried seed heads, they're like the perfect magical fairy wands, and they used to pick them, and they had all their little fairy wands. So they dry beautifully as well too.
I love
it's
that.
Super fun.
I love it.
Yeah, they're really cute. I would spray paint them gold just to like zhuzh them up a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're excellent plants, and these come back year after year.
Love
so you
that.
don't have to worry about, you know, replanting them or anything like that.
Yeah, and I love that Leaf and Petal gives you a full brochure to go along with it. It gives you what they should look like when they grow, all the watering instructions, light instructions, all that stuff. But everything, remember, when we select plants for y'all, we always select easy growers, all right? Because put that down. We want you to be able to handle this. And you know, with the pad, the little bulb bloom pad, it's never been easier, Rachelle, to be able to plant these. And look at how, when they come up in the spring, because you'll forget, right? In the winter, you'll forget, and all of a sudden you'll be like, what are those? You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, we planted those. We planted those in the fall. Look at how beautiful. It's a great, great deal. All right, Rachelle, I'm gonna step over because I'm excited about daffodils. So we don't often get to do these. These are another plant that is gonna come to you in a bloom pad. And these are beautiful. And they have the most incredibly soft but pretty fragrance. This is 732416. These again are also, now's the time to put these in the ground, okay? Or very closely, because remember, we're gonna, when you order, we know where you live by your zip code. We will ship them out. When you get them, put them in the ground, put them in a pot. Because with bulbs, you know, with plants like this, they have to go in during the cold weather. There's the map of when they will be delivered. Let's talk about these daffodils. They're beautiful, Rachelle.
They are beautiful. Now, daffodils are one of the earliest plants that are going to come up in your garden, those spring bulbs, and they actually kind of can phase through them. So if you're being really strategic, you might get some early, mid, and late season ones. But here's what I would suggest with the bloom pad and these particular daffodils is layer them. Layer them with your allium. So you have the allium, and then you have the other one. And when you go to put them in your pot, just put one on top of the other, stack them, or your whole, doesn't matter. Stack them up. And here's what's gonna happen. Those daffodils are gonna come up in the earlier spring. And then when those are starting to die back, those allium, I'm sorry, did I say allium? I meant daffodils will come first, and then the allium will come second. So if you stack them, they literally will grow right through each other. It extends that bulb season. So if you have them in a container, you know, daffodils are gonna last a few weeks. The allium are gonna last a few weeks. This way, if you stack them together, you get, you know, almost 2 months worth of blooms just coming all through that early spring season and giving you that beautiful, beautiful display. And they kind of, and the other thing is as the daffodils die back, their foliage can kind of start to die back, but the new foliage of the alliums will hide that. So that's just a little gardening trick for you if you want to kind of create that continuous display. But the other thing is, you know, in the spring, it's muddy, it's cold, there's not a lot of green, everything's just kind of starting to come alive. And I mean, daffodils are one of those things. Not only are they green and bright and cheery with those big yellow splashes of flowers, but these particular ones smell amazing too. I have some planted by my front door. It is the best thing ever when you're like in the house all winter because it's cold, and to walk out and you suddenly get an actual hit of an actual good smelling flowering plant. It's amazing. You're like, we've made it through another winter, right?
Yeah, it's a breath of spring. It's exactly what it is, to use that term. It's exactly what it is. And they're just happy. And if you need happiness in your life, just trust me. I know you all wish you could probably fast forward to springtime, you know, get some more time behind us so we can get all this other stuff behind us. This is something you're gonna look forward to. If you forget about it, all of a sudden you're gonna walk out in your yard, you're gonna see these things starting to pop up, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, daffodils are growing. And then they're great cut flowers. They're great in rock gardens, borders, beds. You can put them in pots, whatever you wanna do, right? They are ideal, and you will love the color. I love the brightness of them. I love how they, the backdrop against the dark green foliage. I mean, Rachelle, you get a lot of bang for your buck, and you get all of these. You get 4 different bulbs with this too.
Yeah, and all of them will bloom, so you'll get a nice cluster of flowers, and you'll get it look like this on television, what you've seen here. Because we have it in that bloom pad, you're gonna have them clustered enough together to give you kind of that mass of planting like you see there. But you wanna know something else that's just amazing? I'm up here in Boston, I know you're from Connecticut, but these bloom in the snow. You've seen that.
Yeah.
They come right through the snow if there's snow on the ground. So, I mean, you don't even have to wait till you get that like mud season.
Right.
These are literally going to come right through the snow. That's how hardy they are. That's how reliable they are. And here's another thing. Daffodils these are my favorite bulbs for a different reason. I love the alliums because they're so spectacular, but daffodils will naturalize. And what I mean by naturalize is over the years, they'll create baby bulbs and your clump will get bigger and bigger.
I love it.
And it's fantastic.
You
so
know,
bigger and bigger bulbs all the time.
The house I live in right now, somebody had planted daffodils around a tree around the side yard. They come up every year. It's so, and I never had to do it. This is the way to be able to do it for yourself. All right, 732-416. Rachelle, stand by. I want to show something that's coming up a little bit later in our show. Already very popular. It's our slam dunk clean machine Astroturf Mats. These are the best mats ever created. They have that active cleaning technology. I call it ACT. That's right, because they actually have little fingers that reach in and grab the dirt and debris off your boots and shoes. So whether it's dirt, grit, sand, snow, salt, whatever it is, you won't be tracking that into the house like you will on those ordinary mats. When you use these mats, you can see the AstroTurf fingers go up inside the tread and they pull all the debris away. It's great for your cats or your dogs and cats' paws too. If they come in, this is the 20 by 36. It's on sale, $19.98. Grab those, they're ideal. Huge customer pick on hsn.com, 687-056. Okay, so out of the plants, it's hard to pick what my favorite is, but I love, love, love the snake plants, okay? I know these were on our sister station not too long ago. QVC, they went crazy for them over there. We're going nuts for them here because you get 1, 2, 3. You get all 3 of these indoor, outdoor plants. So whether you're looking to fill a corner in a room, or whether you're looking to fill an area outside, these are indoor, outdoor plants, so you can buy them now and you can plant them right away. You get a great contrast in color between the 3. You've got sort of variegations, different colors of yellow and green and deep dark green. You're getting all 3 plants so unique. And very, very low maintenance, okay? These are tough plants. These are not ones that you're gonna screw up. You get 3 varieties. You get the, let's see, emerald, you get the Sansevieria, and you get the Laurenti, if I said those right. You get all 3. Rachelle, let's just talk, and you get real plants. These are not bulbs. You're gonna get plants in pots, and you can just pop them in and wait till you see how great they grow. I love, look at this plant. This is what you're gonna get right here. And then before long, it's gonna turn into that. Aren't they beautiful? Tell me about these, Rachelle.
These are beautiful. And either they call these, they have a lot of actual funny names. There's snake plants, there's mother-in-law tongue. That was one of my favorite ones. I don't even wanna talk about why that might be, but anyway, this is how they're gonna come, is nicely packaged here in this little plastic. You're gonna get all 3 plants. There's this one that has the yellow edges and it gets quite tall. And then there's the silvery one. I think this one's my favorite. And then there's the little rosette, which is so adorable. I actually have one right here in a pot hanging behind me in my window. The great thing about these plants is these are the plants. Somebody said to me, if you're ready to become a plant nerd, this is the plant to start with. And the reason for that is because they are so easy. You can literally get started with houseplants and not feel like a failure if something goes wrong, because there is nothing that will go wrong. We have these out in California right now at one of our employees' homes, and they're baking in the sun with no water, and they're fine. I have them in this nice, like fairly bright corner, but I have another one in my living room in a very dark corner. It's been there for over a year. It's completely happy. I forget to water it constantly. It's the plant I ignore, and it still looks just like this. So for me, I do put mine out in the summer. I live up here in New England. You do have to bring them inside if you're in a place where you get frost. If you're in a place where you don't get frost, they can definitely live outside all year round. You don't want to do that, though, if they're going to get frozen, because they're not going to like that. But all plants particularly houseplants, they do tend to like to have what I call their summer vacation out on the patio. They get a little more light, they get that natural water, they get that fresh air, and they really like that. So, but I just can't overtell you how tough these plants are. I used to work in at a company that we did office plants, and you know how everybody is in the office plant. Like, people pour coffee on it, they ignore it. It gets this is what we planted in offices. They're dark, and they still looked great. This is that plant, the cannot go wrong plant. You cannot abuse it enough. It will still love you back. It will still be happy.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's a great one for the non-green thumb types or people that have never owned plants before. I love them indoors. I have 2 of these inside of my house. I love them. And you know what I read about them, which is really, really cool. They have a lot of surface area, these plants. Yeah. And at nighttime or while you're sleeping around the clock, they actually eat up carbon dioxide and they give off oxygen. So they're a really good indoor plant for that. And I found that to be fascinating. Kind of cleaning the air inside while you got them in there, right?
Exactly. I mean, basically all houseplants do that. Sure. It's part of the way they live. They clean the air, and that's why we actually like having them in office buildings, because they make those environments more healthy. But they do the same thing in our homes. So especially in the winter when you're not getting outside as much, and maybe you're not opening up the windows as much and getting that fresh air through your house, having a nice collection of indoor plants as you go into the fall that are establishing in your house, not only are they beautiful, I just love the look of a house full of plants. They're so pretty, but they are actually improving your air quality and cleaning your air dramatically and oxygenating your air. So that is all good things for you and your family. I
love the color. You know what's funny is that when you think of greenery, you don't think of it having this much personality, but these really do. And you're getting all 3. 3 plants, 1, 2, 3. This is what you're gonna get right in the front. See the little ones we have in the smaller pots? And you can see that, Rachelle, they're already very well established when you receive them. Yeah. And these, I believe, are gonna go out right away for everybody, correct?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
yes.
They are.
And unless you live in a super hot area, we might delay just to, so they don't arrive too stressed. But yes, I believe, although these are so tough. I mean, if you touch these, by the way, these are strappy, tough plants. Yeah. You might be familiar with succulents. They're a little like a succulent, but they're even tougher. You can just tell how tough they are even by touching their leaves. They almost feel fake. Yes. Like plastic, but they're not. They're real. It's amazing. These are tough as nails. I actually saw once a house, I think it was in Brazil, very, very tropical, hot location, and they had clad the side of their house with these as like a green sort of solution to keep it cool. And these things, I mean, can you imagine planting it on a vertical wall? Like, no plants are ever happy with that. These were fine for years. I mean, it's just unbelievable how tough these plants are. Really, really easy to grow. So yeah, get your plant nerd on and try this one out first. Oh, you can't, you get you started.
You can't screw it up. You really can't. They're a customer pick on hsn.com. If you have a brown thumb, this is your ticket to getting you out of the gate to learning how to deal with your plants. And I love them indoors. I mean, I know you can put them outdoors. I love them indoors to fill an area. Plants are so good to have in your house. They're good for here, they're good for your body, they're good for everybody, right? To have them inside something living and growing. These are a customer pick on hsn.com. Grab them while you can. If you use an HSN credit card for the first time today, you'll get $40 in your account, which will cover the HSN price of those flowers. Just gotta pay your shipping and handling. No, there is no shipping and handling. You just have to pay tax. So grab them while you can. Rachelle, thank you, darling. It's so good to see you again. We look forward to seeing you again real soon.
We will. All right, see you later.
Bye, Rachelle. All right, 3-pack, grab them. All right, come on over. We're gonna talk more about manicuring your yard. This is something I'm picking up today. I've got an old corded hedge trimmer. I've had it for years. It's kind of on its last leg. The problem I have with my hedge trimmer is when I first bought this hedge trimmer years ago, within the first week, I went through 2 extension cords because I cut them both. I can admit that I did. There's no cords with this. This is a cordless Sunjoe hedge trimmer kit. Full size. I'm gonna pull my little squirrel person friend over here. No, that's Belle. I'm sorry, Belle. I didn't see it was you. I'm gonna lay you down just for a sec. And I wanna show you full size trimmer, okay? So whether you're doing shrubs, whether you're doing branches, whether you're doing your shorter tree areas, you've got a full out trimmer. It comes with one of those classic Sunjoe batteries that fit all their power tools. This will run this machine for 40 minutes, which is longer than most anybody will need to trim their hedges, all right? It is awesome, all right? I love all these Sunjoe products. I have about 4 of them right now. I'm gonna buy this one today. Full power, 40 minutes. If you've got branches or trees and you don't wanna worry about the cord, if you cut that cord, it can be a terrible danger, right? Because you're cutting through an electrical cord with a metal tool. You don't want to do that. You want the freedom to be able to go wherever you want. And remember that your shrubs and branches and bushes, sometimes they're way far away from your house where there is no outlet. You don't need one with this. It uses one of the Sunjoe batteries. It is on sale. It was $65.79 down to $65, $14 off. Reduced shipping, okay? And remember, you're getting 5 flex, $13 to get this guy home. Let me introduce you to Justin Hyatt, who's standing by. Buddy, what is it? Every time you're on, I got to buy something new. I'm buying this guy today because I have an old one that you have to plug in. I intentionally don't do my shrubs very often because I hate having to run an extension cord all the way out to the backyard and the front yard. I never have to do that with this machine, right?
Yeah, it can be the worst. You know, it's even a lot of people who pay for lawn service, you know, you got to pay extra to have the hedges done. When I did lawn service, it was $100 at a minimum to do your hedges. So you're already going to be saving money from the moment that you get this. And then, by the way, what you're getting for the unit itself, you'd be buying a battery for basically the same price. But this is a full-fledged 20-inch handheld cordless hedge trimmer. Customer pick, perfect 5-star. It's perfect for the HSN customer, and it's got serious power. I mean, we could be cleaning up any of our hedges. If you need to be able to top off any of your hedges, this is lightweight. The other nice part about it is we're talking about battery-powered. All of Sunjoe's products work off of a beautiful ecosystem of batteries, so that if you have maybe a blower or a weed whacker that uses the same 20-volt battery, you can use this same battery with your hedge trimmer. So this gives you 40 minutes. You can have 80 minutes. How about that? So again, why are you getting anything that's gas powered? And Guy, you know, if you look around your neighborhood, anybody who's cutting their own lawn doesn't use gas equipment. They use electric. And what's nice about this is a lot of safety that's built in. If I was to just pull this trigger, if you notice it's not turning on the very top right here is actually going to be that safety trigger. So when I'm holding it with 2 hands really evenly laid out, now I can actually have that power, and you can see just how much power you've got. This is just perfect, Guy, like you said. If you have a big yard and you can't get an extension cord out there, grab your hedge trimmers from Sunjoe. This is going to be able to have enough power to take you anywhere you need to go in your yard.
I love it. I love it. And you get a professional manicure. This, you know, it's funny, in a lot of the cordless tools that are on the market, they're not as good as the corded. This is better than the corded. You get the same full power. It feels exactly the same in the hand. The only thing that's missing is there's not a cord running off of it. And if you get that cord wrapped around a bush and you don't see it, and I did it twice in a 2-week period, the first time I bought a trimmer, I didn't even see it because I had a green extension cord, so it was hiding in the trees. I didn't see it, and I cut it. You're never going to have to deal with that. I love the safety features. This is a power tool. It's not for children, okay? This is serious. There's a guard for your hand that covers your hand right there, so your hand can't go through, and you have to hold it with 2 hands when you're utilizing it to get the blades to work. And if you come in close, you'll see how those blades work. All right, on the back of I'll do it again for you so I can show you. There it is. On the back of the machine where the battery is, there's a little button right there. When you press that button, it lets you know what your battery gauge is and how much power you need. This little button depresses, this pulls off, goes in the little charging cradle, which you get, and you're good to go. All these Sunjoe products come with a 2-year warranty. For my money, that is fantastic. These are gonna last you year after year after year. And you know what's crazy is that I went online and I looked at some other hedge trimmers, and most of them were closer to $100. Normally when you go wireless, right, it normally is more expensive. We are undercutting their prices on the market to get this out. by $15 or $14 today. If you get a brand new HSN credit card, we'll give you $40 in your account today only. That means you get this for $24.99. Reduced shipping, get it home. You're gonna love it. And you know, I would have to say, Justin, we have a lot of different power tools that, you know, it's summer for some people, some people aren't, you know, not everybody needs a pole saw, although I believe they do. But I think as far as a hedge trimmer, everybody out there probably has some kind of hedge or shrub that they need to trim, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You know, we talk about the COVID-19 pounds that we all put on. I didn't get my hair cut for probably 4 months, and it seems like most of the yards out here haven't gotten cut either because we aren't going outside to do it. But now you have the tool to be able to get it done, and it's just so easy. This is the first time it's airing, Guy, and it's already a customer pick. It hasn't even aired. So already people clearly are looking for hedge trimmers and something that's easy. And what's nice about it is really the size. This is 20 inches. This isn't 15, 10 inches. And that's the size of these blades right here. And you're going to be able to cut some decent sized branches. Again, if you have some branches or some bushes that are around your home and you're wanting to be able to manicure everything and make it look really nice and clean, I mean, you have all the control in the world. And what's nice is, you smell that? Fresh air. There's no fumes. There's no gas you have to worry about. And I could be doing this for 40 minutes straight. Guy, you know, there's no need to have a corded hedge trimmer anymore when you have that much time with your hedge trimmer from Sunjoe. And again, what I love about it, and I know you love the same thing, is if you're not using this battery for the hedge trimmer, pop it in the Sunjoe weed whacker. If you're not using the weed whacker or the blower, pop it in your hedge trimmer. Every battery is all universal when it's that 20-volt battery.
This is just so user-friendly, it's ridiculous. We are very busy. We brought in close to 1,000 of these. I am down to, we'll put our left count, I think we have maybe 700 left, 608. We know exactly how many are left. If you want to get it now. And you know, this is the time of year, Justin, where people are starting to cut back a lot of their hedges and a lot of their shrubs, right? I have 3 giant shrubs in front of my 3 picture windows in front of my house on the street side. I got to trim those things every 3 weeks. I get out there, and having a hedge trimmer is awesome. I'm going to buy this one. I can't wait to not have to plug it in. I don't know if that makes sense. I cannot wait to not have a cord attached to my hedge trimmer so that if my hedges were here, I can go over there, I can go over here. I don't have to be tethered to any wires. It makes it easy to handle. It is a full-size hedge trimmer. It's not scaled down. It's a real one. You can see by the size of it. It comes with a protective cover. This will go over the blades when you put it away. I suggest you use this because those blades are very, very sharp. Always make sure to be careful with this. Always have your 2 hands on it, all right, so you can keep fingers and toes and things out of the way when you're using this. This is a real power tool. Remember, you have to depress the top and squeeze the handle at the same time. If you squeeze the handle on its own, nothing happens. If you press the top, nothing happens. If you do them together, something happens, all right? And remember, you are getting 40 minutes of uninterrupted full power. It's not a trickle thing where all of a sudden it'll just turn off. If you're wondering, go to the back, hit the button. If you have one light lit, that means you got about 8 to 10 minutes. So that may be all you need. I run mine out, whatever any of the other power tools, because I've got all kinds of Sunjoe stuff at my house. I run it right to the end, pop it in, it's ready to go the next time. 2-year warranty is included. Customer pick, let's check it out. So customer pick, all 5-star reviews, okay? So every review, anybody that's called in has said it's perfect, okay? Grab it while you can, 712-199, write it down, you're gonna want it. And this could be your introduction to the Sunjoe family, but I'll tell you, what I love about what Sunjoe does with their cordless tools, Justin, is the fact that they're every bit as powerful as a regular wired, plugged in tool, and that's really where the other ones fall down. This you don't have to worry about. You're getting full power, and look at how thick those branches are. You don't have to baby it. You can go right up and down. You're gonna be manicuring those shrubs, those hedges, and you're gonna do it easy without ever having to plug it in. All right, we got about a minute left. Let's go through it one more quick time there, Mr. Justin.
Yeah, well, one of the things right off the bat that I think most of you, or if all of you, are going to love is the fact of how lightweight it is. I mean, this isn't that gas-powered feeling where when you turn it on, by the way, too, you feel like once you're done, you're still holding it because your hands are still vibrating. The other thing I love about it, just the simplicity of seeing just how much battery life you have on there. I mean, you have 40 minutes. You can see how much battery life. the way that this is decompressed to be able to have that safety trigger, and just the size of it. I mean, you're going to be able to get way more done with having 20-inch long blades instead of typically, even at this price, you're going to find blades that are a third of the size. So when you come over here and you want to be able to manipulate, and Guy, one of the things I was reading in some of our reviews, somebody was saying they had arthritis. When you have arthritis, you know after 10 minutes, the pain that you feel normally in your hands, because it's a heavy tool, you're not going to feel that. Sunjoe's literally built for all of our customers at HSN, male, female, doesn't matter, because there's the simplicity and the ease of use of having an electric cordless power tool for anything outside.
All right, listen. We're almost out of time, but we're going a little bit longer. We may sell this out in this airing. So if you want one, I'm just telling you, great. By the way, this is a great tool to try if you've never tried Sunjoe. I love their items. I've got your pressure hose. I've got all these different things, the electric shears. I've got all the different things that Sunjoe offers. It's one of my new favorite companies. I love the fact they stand behind it with a 2-year warranty. It is full size. So this is not a little kid's version. This is a full size hedge trimmer, 40 minutes on a charge. All right, so you'll be able to easily finish any of the jobs you want, and you never have to plug it in. I would say that's probably the biggest feature, because I think the reason that I never like to do my hedges that often is because I've got to get a 75-foot plug to go around the other side of my house to the deck to where I have an outlet. And then I have to run that wire has to go over the deck, around 2 corners to the front yard to get those shrubs that's in the front. Or I can grab this, just walk out, squeeze, squeeze, take care of business, get rid of it, put it back in its little sleeve, and put it away. All right, if you would like to get it, remember we have a $40 gift card today, HSN. If you get a credit card, you're gonna get $40 off. That makes it $24.99. Why not? Take advantage, it's free money. It costs you nothing. There's no gimmicks. It's just 40 bucks to make you a customer. It's worth it to us, hope it's worth it to you. Justin Hyatt, my man, great job, buddy. We'll keep you posted. We may sell this out. Appreciate your effort, buddy. Take care.
Nope. All right.
See you, buddy. All right, we are gonna step away for a second when we come back. I know we got a couple of great guests, Tom Weiss, Peter Kilcullen. We're having fun, everybody's happy, including the squirrels. We'll be right back.
It's our Labor Day weekend sale. Don't miss exclusive weekend-only deals and new products from the brands you love. Big names, big deals, big premieres. Now through Monday on HSN.
At HSN and QVC, we stand with Black-owned businesses. And in partnership with the NRF Foundation, we are shining a light on Black-owned small businesses with our Small Business Spotlight. Hear their unique stories of inspiration and innovation, and discover exciting products you'll love to shop. To learn more about these Black-owned businesses, visit hsn.com and qvc.com.
There is nothing quite like shopping with a friend.
So pull up a chair and shop with us.
We'll be dishing the scoop on what's hot.
Catch you up on what you've missed.
And share some of our favorite discoveries.
Come shop with us every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
You're going outside, always wear your mask. Even our squirrels wear their masks because they're indoors, which for them is outside. Anyway, if you would like, I don't know that doesn't make any sense. Welcome back to the Go-To Fall Guy. All right, so it's funny, I had all these items in the show today, and I have to tell you, one of the things I was most excited about is this, because I want to get this. This is a solar-powered house number rock, so that you can put this in your yard. And if the pizza guy's coming to deliver your pizza, or the Amazon guy, or whoever is delivering, it could be FedEx or the post office, whatever's delivering stuff to you from us, HSN, QVC, whatever, you've got a rock out there that has your house number on it. I think it's brilliant because a lot of times your mailbox is not near your house, or it's in an area that it's hard for them to figure it out. And people that, you want people coming up to your house that don't know the number and are reading your door, or do you want them to see it from the driveway? And you can with this. This is solar powered, so it's got a solar panel built on top. All right, when you put your hand over it, it lights up, And at nighttime, this whole thing will glow. We have lights on, so you can't really see it as well at night. Included with this, you are gonna get 5 sets of 0 through 9. 5 sets, so 5 zeros, 5 ones, 5, you get all those included so that you can adjust and change the number if you ever move. You can take it with you. It is a very substantial, sorry squirrel, I knew that was gonna happen, substantial piece. I wanna show it to you all the way around. It is made in resin. It looks exactly like a big piece of stone or a little piece of stone wall, right? And all you do is set it out in your yard where it'll get a little bit of sun, and then it'll light up your number for 8 hours. And then during the day, people can see it as well, and it just fits nicely into your landscaping. Matt Davis, I so want to buy this when I get off air.
I know, isn't this amazing?
Awesome.
I mean, you may have seen this over the years, Guy, in those high-end catalogs at quite a bit more money. And I've seen these in the past, and I'm like, man, what a great idea. I mean, they're solar-powered, so you're never having to worry about batteries. You're never having to worry about running electrical wires or anything like that. I mean, you're not having to dig a trench and run a wire or have an electrician come out. I mean, this is really a beautiful piece. When you get it home, you're going to say, wait a minute, how did they do that? I mean, it's, again, solar power collector on top, and then you got 4 super bright LEDs inside that glow beautifully at night. This one has been living out in my front yard. I literally brought it in last night. Again, just like you said, Guy, it comes with all the numbers. You get 5 sets of the numbers, and these numbers are 4 inches high. I just want to show you the unit itself is over a foot long. It's about 14 inches. And then the numbers themselves are about 4 inches high, 14 inches, excuse me, wide. And the numbers are about 4 inches high. So what you do when you get it home is we give you the sets of numbers, and all you do is pop the end off here. If I can do it backwards and upside down on live TV, there you go. You pop the end off, and then you slide the numbers in, okay? They just slide right in like that. You can adjust them. And then you pop that end cap back on there, and you're ready to go. Put it out. Place it in a sunny spot if you can. It doesn't have to be direct sun, but the more sun it gets, the more light you're going to get. It's going to last for up to 8 hours at night. So think about it. Maybe you're going to have friends coming over. They haven't been to your house. You're at a newer house, or God forbid, and God willing, we're going to be bringing people in for at Christmas time for big get-togethers. People are going to be able to see which house is yours and see the numbers, not only during the day, but at night. Especially for the pizza delivery man, we're all having a lot of, well, maybe it's just me, having a lot of pizzas delivered, but also, you know, police, fire department,
yes.
You know, the paramedics, things like that. You want your home to be noticeable and people to be able to identify it. This is a beautiful way to do it.
Yeah, and you're doing it at a fraction of the price of what you see in the catalogs for $39.95.
Oh, yeah.
If you get a brand new HSN credit card, we're going to give you $40 in your account. You can get this for free. You know what I really love about it too, Matt? It's really a substantial piece. I don't know if you can see how large it is. This is going to come ready to go out of the box. All you have to do is put your numbers in it. Remember, as soon as that sun goes down, it'll light up in kind of an orange-yellow glow. It's really, really beautiful. I love your thought, too. I was just thinking about my mom, and, you know, like you said, if there's an emergency and somebody needs to know the house number and they can't find it, I mean, you're talking about a minute or two of driving around to try to find your house, or maybe you're worried that you're missing out on packages because they're going to the wrong address. Well, it's easy to do that with delivery companies, because think about how much they're all delivering right now, which is, the business is through the roof, because everybody is ordering online. Get one of these. It's only $39. I would easily, if you told me this was $79, Matt, I wouldn't bat an eye, because I see how well it's made. You have a very large solar panel built into the roof of this. That's going to soak up the sunshine during the day. It doesn't have to be full sun. As long as it gets some sun intermittently, you're going to get about 8 hours at night. Because they're LEDs, they're very sensitive and they run for a very long time. You will never replace the bulbs that are inside there. Those are permanent, because LEDs don't burn with heat like incandescent lights, so you don't have to replace the light bulbs. They will always be ready to go. $39.95, brand new. Only place you'll find it is right here. It's going to be the first thing I buy when I get off today, buddy. I love this, because my house, the only number is on the end of the mailbox, and the mailbox is far enough away from the house that it could be confused with this house or that house. If you have this in your front yard, there's no doubt that's your house. That's your house number.
You talk you talk about your garden. What a great place, great addition to the garden. It looks great. And one thing I want to tell you about, Guy, I called Herb the inventor. He invented this years ago. He's a patent holder. I called Herb because when I read, it's actually made out of polyester web, and then it's made out of limestone. Real limestone that's why when you touch it and feel it, you're like, man, that really feels like stone. It is. It's actually made out of limestone. So it doesn't look faux anything. It doesn't look fake. I mean, in my front yard, I have 2 giant boulders that have been there since they built the house because it's decorative and people love that look on the front of their house. Well, this is going to fit with any decor. You can place it just about anywhere outside. It's going to look great during the day or at night. It's going to come on automatically. You never have to do any kind of maintenance. Just make sure if it's snowing or something, get the snow off the top of the collector.
That's all. Just brush off the solar panel from time to time. I love it, Matt. It's a great idea, and it's a great value, too. This is a great price for this item, 718-780. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you Skyping in.
Thank you.
All right, bud.
Appreciate it, guys.
See you
Thanks.
soon. Bye, Matt. All right, so you know what time it is now? It's time for the pick of the patch, which is the pick of this hour. I chose our incredible 100-foot hose and garden reel today. I own this item, and I will tell you, it's a slam dunk, all right? It is an absolute winner. You're getting 100 feet of hose, and you're getting your caddy to take your hose wherever you go. It keeps everything nice and clean and organized. It has foot pedal power retraction, so it's so easy. All you do, and I've got my little, Belle is actually on the pedal, so I don't want to kick her off yet, but all you do is you pull out as much hose as you need, and then you just push down with your foot, and it automatically reels it up. So today they gave us a discount of $20 off. They did reduce shipping. The shipping yesterday was $19.99, comes in a big box. They dropped the shipping down to $7.50. If you get a brand new HSN credit card, we will put $40 in your account, making this $59.95. There's a little leader that guides the hose back and forth so it doesn't kink, it doesn't get messed up. Look at this. I love it. It is so smart. And see how it keeps the hose in line, and it actually reels it up back and forth. So then when it goes on the reel, it goes on nice and sturdy and steady. 686-601. Good news, all of that is good news. The fact that we have it on sale, good news. Bad news is we had about 1,000 when we ordered it. When I looked this morning, it was down to 650. It is now down to 529. That's how many I have available. Everybody should have one of these. It's the easiest thing ever. And if you need to wash your car, it's on, you know what I love? It's on wheels. I can wheel it right out to the car, wash the car. I can reel it to the backyard, wherever I need to, without having to haul a hose all over the place. Tom Wise, my good buddy, is standing by. Tom, we're probably going to sell this out again. We only have about 500 or 600 left. So we might have a shorter presentation. I'm going to let you go right to it. Love this item.
Guy, it's a dream. I've never seen anything like this until I was introduced to this piece by Garden Power, right? I never saw anything like this. It's simple, it's small, compact. It comes out of the box ready to go. So you don't have to do anything, no assembly. It looks kind of like this old jalopy over here. This is what that's the old hand crank. But watch this. It's lightweight. It has 100 foot of hose. And then the hose comes out so easily. I'm using a couple of fingers, Guy. This is brand new space age technology. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a little bit of a twist, and what happens is I can walk away 100 feet. Behind me, you'll see a couple of fences. This will go all the way out to that far, far fence, and I can do my business, water my plants, water the tree, whatever I need. Now, we all know the hard part. If you had a regular hose reel, you know, that's hard because you're struggling. But now, watch this. I want to reel it back in, and I just step on it. I'm using my body weight. I'm using my big muscles to easily step it in. Now watch how it gets drawn in on the front, as you were mentioning, Guy, how it tracks automatically as I'm very easily stepping on the pedal. That's a dream. No tangles, no nothing but ease of use. And I can even store this up here if I so desire. How's that, my friend?
You know, it's funny, Tom, is I had that other one that you've got next to it, and I will tell you, first of all, it's bad for hoses because I would break a hose every time by trying to reel it in properly because the hose would always go on one side of the reel. You have to guide it with your hand back and forth, and then you're bent over and you're cranking. I can't think of a worse thing on your back than bending like that and doing that. I mean, and I know because I have a herniated disc. So I'm telling you, it is such a brilliant deal. If you want one of these, I will keep you posted as to how many are selling because I know it's going to go quick. For my money, to get 100 feet of hose, Tom, even if you just went out and bought 100 foot of quality hose, and this is the best quality hose, traditional hose that we have. If you went out and bought 100 feet of hose, you're going to spend $60, right? Probably $50, $60. Why not get the hose reel to go with it?
Oh, it's a crazy deal. It's a 5/8 of an inch, super high quality hose. When you get this hose, you go, oh yeah, that's nice. And then listen to the clicking. Listen to the clicking when I reel this in. Guy, you know that it's on a nice track. It's nice and smooth. Can you hear this? I'm gonna bend down a little bit so you can hear this. I'm not using my back, using the big muscles. It's tracking, it's bringing it in. No knotting, no piling, no spinning off the wheel, no spinning off the reel. And I can go as fast or as slow as I want. Yeah, I'm kind of going slow just to give you an idea. Then if you want, you can reel it all the way. Or if you're going to move it, guys, you pointed out, if you want to take this and go do the car, guess what? You just wheel it over to the next position, and you'll have this extra long hose that connects to the house or connects to your hose bib. So you got a little bit of extra flexibility there. It all folds down when it comes wintertime. It's super smooth, super simple. 100 feet of hose, and you're right, guy. Just buying a hose is expensive.
Yeah.
Look at how simple this is. I'm backing up with just a couple of fingers. It's jumping off the reel. Now that used to be a hard part, getting the hose out. This used to be the harder part. Listen to the clicks. I'm standing up.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in fast, bring it in slow.
And you know what? That Tom Wise is a tall drink of water right there. That man is, you're taller than me. You're like 6'5". And so for you to have to bend over like me, that's a lot of bending over to have to deal with.
Yes.
Or you just put your foot on it and you just simply, hey, look, there's a squirrel at the end of my hose. Hang on, Belle. Hang on. Oh, look at that. What? All right, you okay? That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, she's all right. Here, let me get off there. She's okay. That's how easy it is. And to Tom's point, when you're moving it out, you can hear it clicking very slowly. I'm stepping away so you can't hear. But this hose unreels so easily. Let it drop down. You'll notice too, it's got a big donut on the end of it so that it doesn't reel all the way in. And then you just come over and with easy, you can hear it ratcheting in, easy pressure, and I can go as fast as I want. And as I'm doing that, remember, it's moving the hose left to right, so it's going on the reel properly. That to me, that's the brilliance of this, Tom, is that little leader that moves it back and forth.
Yep.
It's almost like fishing wire, right? How it knows how to get the line around in a perfect circle so that it doesn't all well up on one side. Brilliant.
It's completely innovative. By the way, Guy, this hose is pressure washer rated. It's good for 150 PSI. It's, as I mentioned, 5/8 of an inch is the hose. Won't split or break. I'm doing it slowly so you can see it track. And listen to that clicking. I love the clicking. So you know that it's working correctly, and it's tracking that hose in left to right. No piles, no bumps, no big knots in your hose. I'll tell you, yesterday I was unreeling the old version of this hose, the old manual crank. I was out for an hour getting the knots out of the hose, trying to get off that reel. Look at how simple this is. This is the best money you'll spend for outside work ever.
And Tom, wouldn't you agree that the reason most hoses fail out there in the marketplace is because they're not taken care of properly, right? If you don't wind your hose up in that perfect tight circle like that, if you bend it, kink it, it's not gonna last. So the reel preserves the hose. You're gonna have this for years and years and years, right?
Yeah, because a lot of times if you're tired or you're done working for the day and maybe I just leave the hose out because I don't feel like wrestling. I've got a bad back. I've got a bad shoulder. I don't want to crank it up. I'll just leave it maybe for my kids to help me out, but maybe they don't show up. So you leave it out for a couple, 3 weeks. And you're right. And it gets exposed to the sun, a little bit of UV damage. Here, you're going to want to reel in the hose every time you're done with it.
Look at that.
Because it's so simple, so efficient. Love the wheels. Put it up next to the house if you want, or detach it, then take it out somewhere else. You may even want to consider two. If you've got a couple of hose bibs, one by the garage, one by the front of the house, you may want to consider a couple of these. And then it all comes out of the box, just like this guy. All you do is put the bottom plate on, and you're ready to go.
All right.
Could not be any simpler.
All right, I got about
Yes,
1
sir.
minute remaining. If you want to get these, we're down to about 400 or 500 remaining with everybody. How many left, Kyle? 467, 65. So grab this while you can. Listen, if you've got a regular hose, yes, you can attach it to this if you would like to, right? But you're getting 100 feet of hose if you want to. You can put whatever hose you want on there. Standard, it's got the standard brass fixtures, so whether you're hooking it up to the hose bib or whether you're adding a hose to it, you can do that. But it's only going to be on sale for today, $99.95. Reduced shipping and handling. You see the shipping and handling was $20. They dropped it to $7.50. Today's the day to buy it with an HSN credit card. Take another $40 off. Tom Wise, love it. Sweet, simple, smart solution. Thank you, buddy.
My pleasure. Thanks, Guy.
All right, pal. Take care. 686-601 is the item number if you want to pick that up. All right. We are down to our last item in the 2-hour show. I always get excited when we bring out our Astroturf mats because we have had these year after year after year. They are the best doormat available on the market today. They're not the most expensive. They're not the most fancy with all kinds of pineapples and weird. They are the most effective because what they have is Astroturf on them. The Astroturf is like little fingers. And I've got my sneaks on, but if you hear that? That is like a little brush, like a stiff bristled hairbrush that is combing and raking all the dirt and sand off my sneakers. You can see it right there. And then it disappears down into the network of fibers and you don't see it. So you're not tracking it down. It actually recesses about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch down into it. About once a month, you take it, shake it out. It's all you need to do. You can rinse it with a hose. I'm gonna go through my colors if I can really quick, and then Peter will be Skyping in to tell you. So this is black cherry. These are all 20 by 36, the perfect size for any front door or back door. $19.98 today. This is black cherry. This one here is called jute. This one here is called evergreen. And then this one here is called flint, okay, charcoal. They are beautifully designed. They are the perfect size. Everybody should get these because I'm telling you, if you worry about your floors, and I don't care if it's your hardwood floors or your carpeted floors, because little sand grains and things like that, those cut fibers on carpet, or they make a mess of your hardwood floor. Here's a quick look at a regular mat, right? You got dirt on your shoes, you wipe it off. Let's see how that did. And it didn't do so well. That's in your house. When you replace that with one of our mats, okay? And look, he's got a lot of dirt on there, a couple of wipes, and then look at the bottom of the shoe, and then look at no tracking in. It also works on little puppy padded feet too. It's a customer pick on hsn.com with loads of 5-star reviews. 687-056. Let me see if we have Peter Kilcullen available. Pete, is he there? There he is, Pete. Welcome, buddy. We finally got you on. Show everybody how cool these are.
I know, they really are cool. And you said it, Guy. The thing that's so amazing about these do what a doormat's designed to do. You talked about it. Keep all that dirt, grit, sand from getting inside. So I want to show you this really quick. I've got a boot with some sand on it. And what I'm going to do is just brush on that. You were talking about that noise it makes because it's that real Astroturf, and it does a great job. It takes all the sand off that boot. And I know you're thinking, Guy, well, you know the answer already, but a lot of people are saying, well, any mat can do that. Big deal. It was just a little boot with some sand on it. But here's what I want you to show you. That wasn't the first time we did that with a boot or the second. It could have been a day, a week, a month, because look at this. Inside of that mat is all that debris from all of those days. This mat will hold up to 5 pounds of sand and dirt and grit. And then you can rinse it out with a hose. You can shake it out. It's going to last. Guy, these mats that I have in front of me, this one and the one in front, this mat goes right here next to me outside of our doors that go out to the backyard. And this has been years and years, and it looks amazing to this day. You will love these mats because they work.
Yeah, you know what I love too, Peter? Easy to clean, right? You dump them out, or you rinse them. You can rinse them off with the hose and then just like hang them to drip dry. It's all you need to do. But you won't even see the amount of dirt that these hold because they have that recess.
Exactly.
Y'all know what Astroturf is like. Well, this is Astroturf that's been cranked up and it's a little bit stiffer than the kind that the ball players play on. That's very soft. This actually gets up there and it reaches in. It's what I call, Peter, you remember what I used to call this?
That's right.
Active cleaning.
Scraping technology.
That's right. I think I changed it to active cleaning technology.
That's right.
Or maybe it was proactive cleaning. Maybe it was PCT. But anyway, what it does, it actually reaches up inside any boot or shoe or sneaker, and it pulls off what's on there so you're not tracking it in the house.
You're exactly right. So even if you're not spending a lot of time, and that could be the kids, you talked about the pets, Oliver's in there, he goes in and out on this mat, and it just still, even if you don't take that extra time, grabs everything off the bottom of your shoes. And then, as you said, it doesn't leave it on top. You've been to the front door of someone's house and you're kind of searching for the corner of the mat so you can get a clean space to wipe your feet. That's not going to happen. You can see me dumping this sand in here, but you can still use that. It holds all that sand and dirt down deep so you can continue to use that mat, which is, I think,
all right, well, let me tell you right now,
as you talked about, we're going to clean it out.
We're having a tough time with Pete's signal, but that's okay. We're getting there. All right, so Peter's talking about how easy these are to clean. And literally, they're going to last you years and years and years. They have those other mats that are made of coconut fiber. They have other ones that are just pretty. Those are great, but then you spend half the time worrying about getting your doormat dirty, right? Oh, it looks terrible. It's all dirty. But that doesn't make sense. That's not what a doormat is for. A doormat is for cleaning your feet before you get in the house. Yeah, it's nice. It says, welcome to your home. Welcome to our home. Feel free to bring your dirt in and track it all over the house is what it should say. Whereas this one is going to eliminate all that. By the way, I always tell people if you want to get one and use it for something else, you can. I know people that will buy an extra one, cut it in half, and they'll bring it in their car, and they use them as floor mats in their car, or they use them when they brought the kids to the beach so that they can wipe their feet off before they get into the car. They're great at taking sand off your feet. I also mentioned, Peter, if you've got pets, dogs and cats, I'm telling you, get your dog to walk on it for a sec, and their little feet, you can even take their feet and rub it on it. Doesn't hurt. It actually tickles a little bit, but it really does an amazing job. So they're only $20 today. What a worthwhile purchase. If you order it today, you can get it for free with an HSN credit card because we're giving you $40 in your account. I wouldn't use that for this because you're not using the whole thing. But for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. And like I said, you can even get your toes in there and drag it. You get a great scraping, but you can hear it. How that works, just like a brush, right? I mean, you wouldn't brush your teeth with something that was flat, right? Why would you do that? So why are you scraping your feet with something that's relatively flat? What you want is something that's got those little Astroturf fingers up there. 1998, this is Cherry. This here is called Jute. This one here is called Evergreen. And then this one is called Flint. I've got people buying more than one. Good idea today. They're on FlexPay. $4 gets it delivered to your house anywhere in the country. You can use any type of credit card that you got. If you do get our credit card today, you'll get $40 put into your account, which you can use towards the purchase of any single item. It's a great way to get going. The size on these are 20 by 36, which is the perfect front door size. A lot of people get one and they put one in their garage because a lot of times your garage floor has a lot of kind of powdery dirt on it, you know what I mean, from the cement. So that'll come off here as well. It's great with bare feet. So if you're going to the beach or whatever you're doing, and needless to say, with snow and salt, you don't want to bring that in. It'll ruin your floors. How's Pete doing? Is he ready? I can't tell. He's kind of frozen there. Not yet. We're gonna try to get Peter up one more time. There he is. All right, so Pete, we got about 1 minute to go ahead.
Sorry, guy. Again, okay. You said everything exactly right. It's going to work. It's going to trap all that dirt. So hopefully you can still hear me. I really appreciate it, guy. But these are mats that work, and you're going to love.
You will, and you know what? For this price, for $20, it's a steal. If you'd like to get it, if you've never shopped with us before, the item number is 687056. You can call us. You can go on HSN's website. You can go online, anywhere, apps. We have a million different ways that you can order, but just get this home. It's a customer pick on hsn.com. You love it as much as we do. It's all about the design, and it's built to last. You know those ones like the coconut mats like that? Those don't last very long. They also allow for odors. They will get mold and mildew in them because you can't really clean them. With ours, you can. All right, 687056. Thank you, Peter. In honor of Peter, he's going to observe some silence, is what Peter's going to do right now. All right, well, that's it for the Go-To Fall Guy, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. For Now That's Clever. Valerie, coming your way next.
Lancôme Paris on HSN.